Hey Dell Scholars, thank you so much for joining us here today. We're here for a really brief moment to kind of talk to you about conquering your midterms. It is getting to that point in the year for those of you who have been in school for a while that your first test is probably coming around. I can't imagine as incoming freshmen you're probably really stressed out. We as juniors and seniors are pretty nervous about our upcoming midterms, so we just wanted to shoot this really quickly to kind of share our tips, strategies for success, and just kind of personal stories about conquering midterms. For those of you who started your quarter schools, this is probably the first week that you just started class, so everything that we share will still be pretty applicable to you. So thank you again for joining us. Before we get started, I'd love to go ahead and introduce ourselves. So my name is Aislinn Menezes. I am a junior at the University of Texas at Austin, and I'm studying political communication.
Hey y'all, I'm Flor de la Mora. I'm a senior at the University of Texas at Austin. I'm in the Macomb School of Business studying Management Information Systems.
Hi y'all, my name is Liliana Martinez. I'm also a senior at the University of Texas in Austin, and my major is economics.
Hey everyone, my name is Jose Garibay and I'm a junior at St. Edward's University and I'm a political science major.
Alright, so I'll get us started. One of the things that I want to talk about that really helps me with my midterms is staying motivated and on top of them. And with that comes a lot of organization, a lot of motivation, and a lot of deadlines to meet. And so what really helps me out is having a concrete organizational system. For me, that happens at the beginning of the school year. I go through all the syllabus and write down all the deadlines in my planner, and that could be a physical planner or a Google planner if that's what works for you. But for me, I like writing things down. And so like I said, I did that at the beginning of the school year. I know a lot of you guys that are just starting school at a quarter school system, this could be the time that you're going through that, so make sure you take really great advantage of that and that you really write everything down. If you've been in school like me for like a month now and you still haven't done that, don't feel like it's too late. It's still worth it, trust me. I added a class late to my schedule, and up until my exam last Wednesday, I was still organizing my notes, staying on top of my deadlines, and it really made a huge difference on my performance on my midterm. So I know that really helps me, and I hope it helps you all. And the more specific you can get with it, like for example, your to-do list, don't just make a general to-do list, just do like must do, should do, could do. And so it's kind of just a way of setting yourself up for success, which is really motivating, right? So I hope it motivates y'all to, stay on top of your midterms.
And now if you've tried everything that Flor suggested to stay on top of your exams and you're still struggling, make sure you take a moment to look back, reflect on what you've been doing, see if you're doing the best that you can, or see if you take advantage of all the resources that you have. If you already are and you're still struggling, then it's time for you to make the choice of whether or not to stay in the course or maybe decide to drop the class. Before you do decide to drop a course, make sure you make an informed decision. So make sure you reach out to your professors, ask them if there's any other resources that they recommend. If they don't have any other resources, ask them how can you prepare to retake the class next semester or maybe during the summer. And then after you speak to your professors, make sure you talk to your advisor to see how this is going to impact your degree plan. Sometimes you might be taking a course that it's going to impact your major. So if it is a major class, then see how that's going to impact your degree. Are you going to graduate on time? Are you going to be delayed? If it's not a major class, then do you even need to take the class again? And if you don't need to take this class, then you don't have to worry about it. Like, it's okay to drop. But if it is a major class, then after speaking to your advisor, then make sure you talk to an financial aid advisor, to see how this is going to impact your financial package. So now, are you going to be under hours? If you are you going to lose some financial aid? What can you do to prevent that? They might be able to give you some advice. And after speaking to everybody that I just mentioned, then you also have to reflect internally how this is going to impact you. Do you feel like you can try to save this course if you do much better in the next exam? Are you able to do much better in the next exam? If not, then how is this going to make you feel if you do fail this class? If you do drop this class, then trust me, you're going to feel much better afterwards. I know the whole time you're trying to decide on whether or not to drop the course, you feel really bad. And I've been there. I've dropped a couple of courses. So every time I drop a course, I feel really guilty because I know that I'm trying really hard and it still doesn't work, or sometimes I feel like I didn't do enough, but it's my last resort. But once I drop the course, it does help me feel a little better. I'm able to maybe take advantage of the extra time that I have to do much better in the other classes, and I also am able to maybe save my GPA, or if I can, lift my GPA. But just make sure you make an informed decision. So talk to your professor, talk to your advisor, and also talk to your your financial advisor, sorry, and then reflect internally if this is the best choice for you.
Make sure you're reaching out to your resources. Like Ileana said, your academic counselor, your advisor, they're always there to help, and we're also here for you guys. So if you ever have any questions about dropping a class or about where can I get tutoring or anything like that, always feel free to give us a call, even if it is just kind of to let us know, give us an update about what's going on. Also make sure to use the CHEG credits and the CHEG study that we use, but also look out for resources on campus, right? So make sure you're looking at the different study things that they have on campus. Also use study groups. I know that's a really good way to study, and something that I use a lot. Just make sure that you are with a good group of people. I know that sometimes, it's easy to find, a group of friends who you feel comfortable with, but a lot of the times they don't make the best decisions, or sometimes, instead of staying up to study, you are, playing video games or something. So make sure you're looking at the best group of people.
Thanks for sharing all of that. And lastly, just make sure that you're taking care of yourself. I feel like I am the guru when it comes to taking care of your health, but just because I've had previous experiences in which I did burn out, and I was so stressed about my grades, I was so stressed about my involvement on campus, that I let go of my health. And if you're not healthy, you aren't able to get to your tests, you aren't able to get to work, you aren't able to take care of the priorities that you're a part of. And so make sure you're taking your vitamins, especially during the stressful time when you're probably going to be sleeping a little less, when you're going to be up studying, you're going to be running around on campus. So drink orange juice, take vitamins, go to the gym and work out. Make sure that you, in your day, also include time for you to relax and sleep, because your body is going through a lot of stress and it's working overtime. So make sure that you're eating and replenishing yourself, because that is also really important. So I hope that in this time you have learned some new strategies and some new tips for your midterms week, and as always, we are here too. Jose, if you want to go ahead and close out for us.
Thank you so much for listening. We are always, like Aileen said, we're always here to help. So text us, call us, email us, and we'll be glad to help out. Also, there's some resources in the description, so make sure you check those out. Bye.
Bye, guys.